gobs of gumdrops, holy unicorns, and what the marshmallow. Hopefully none of these words offend you guys, because I want to try to persuade us all not to use profanity in our language. And profanity is defined as any language that is abusive, vulgar, or irreverent. A study by Tim Jay, who's a member of the psychology department of Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts, he says that everyone uses about 80 to 90 words of profane language each day. So I want us to try to lower down that number. And when we say words, all those words have a meaning associated with that word. So what comes to your mind when I say pizza or money? You might think of a classical large pepperoni pizza, or maybe you're a meat lover's guy who loves all the meat on it, and that's what you think of. Or you just might think of all the vegetables and meat all piled on together for a supreme. For money, you might think of green dollar bills, gold coins, or a very large number with a dollar sign at the end of it. We all think of similar meanings, but they all basically have the same meaning. And that's what happens with vulgar language too. Those meanings pop up into our minds, and it pollutes our minds, and it makes us also have vulgar thoughts. And in today's media and movies and music, it's not just having a little profane word here and there, but it can be chock full with tons of profanity or profane topics all about them in the song or movie that we watch. And not only this, but even as Latter-day Saints, we substitute vulgar words with other vulgar words. An interesting thing is that both the A and B word and the S and C word have the same vulgar definition in the dictionary. And I've played football, and I've had coaches say, "Jason, get your A over here," and "Jason, get your B over here." And just because they switched the different words did not make me feel any different, and I knew exactly what they were thinking. And it doesn't matter which words we use, we're still communicating the same message, even if we try to substitute those words with the more vulgar words that we tend to associate the more vulgarity with. And when you use vulgar words, it shows that you aren't in control of yourself, and that you are more angry, and that you aren't as intelligent. And going back to Tim Jay's study, he shows that the higher up that you go in the military and business, that the less vulgar language that your bosses or officers actually use, even though we tend to associate those people as being extremely vulgar in their language, but it's actually the exact opposite. And in Matthew 15:11, it says, "It's not that which cometh into the mouth that defileth a man, but that which goeth out of the mouth that defileth a man." So what we speak shows what we think about in our minds and how we think. And it can show, if we use vulgar language, it shows that we are thinking vulgar thoughts, and we aren't in control of our actions, and we are more angry. So some things that we can do to help stop profanity to be spread about is by supporting media that is not profane. But even then, there's media that you still might enjoy, and you can clean or edit it, but even then if you get those versions, it still might be to the greatest clean or edited version that you would like, and you might have to do some more editing on your part. And another thing that we can do is to simply communicate with people to stop using their profane language. I have a friend who is extremely vulgar in his language, and I told him a long time ago, "Jacob, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore if you keep on saying these words, and these words." And we've been friends for a while, so he respected me for saying that, and he's actually one of my least vulgar friends that I hang out with now, because he respects my wishes of him not being vulgar, and we always have a great time, even though people still question whether or not, whether he's vulgar or not. But now imagine a world where everyone's vulgar and rude, and no one wants to be around each other because everyone's degrading each other, and no one's productive, everyone's angry, and nothing gets done. There's no productivity. And then imagine a world where we get rid of the vulgar language, and everyone's nice and kind, everyone wants to be around each other, everyone's productive and happy, and that's the world that I want to be in. I'm not sure when calling someone a female dog became worse than calling someone a dirty rat, because I'd rather not be a dirty rat than a female dog or whatever. So what I want us to try to do is not to say any words to degrade anyone in either physically or their intelligence or in any way, shape, or form, and to stop with language concerning the sacred parts of their bodies and their functions. And I know that if we do this, then not only will we be happier, but we will make others happier too.